Hi, I'm Eric Knowles, President of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. This is Member Connection, but before we get started, a word from one of our supporters. And welcome back. This is the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, and this is our Member Connection. You know, I always come on here and I'm always happy. I'm excited because, we bring on some of the most exciting people doing some of the most exciting things in our community. Obviously, our members, the businesses, and this is Black Business Month, and so we're celebrating that. But, this young man is...
I like that too.
This young man is doing so much in our community, and I'm sure I'm introducing to some of you all and just saying hello to some of you with none other than Mr. Rick Beasley. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. I can't complain.
You're always good. You're doing so much good.
No,
when you do good, you feel good.
Well, I'm fine. God has continued to bless, and I'm in good shape.
Right.
Health-wise, I'm pretty good too.
Right. So Rick Beasley, before I get into what it is that you do, tell the folks a little bit about Rick Beasley.
Well, I'm originally from Missouri, born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, raised in Kansas City. I've been here for 17 years. Can you believe it?
Hey,
since
it's been a great 17 years.
I've enjoyed it. We've done some great work here. I have 5 wonderful children, 4 grown boys that are off doing their things, graduated from college. So that's a blessing for me. And then I have, like you, a baby girl that I have to spoil, and she's 14, just went into high school. So It's been great, man. I'm enjoying life.
Well, you're looking forward to some great things. My baby girl just finished college.
Exactly.
So you'll be there soon enough. But don't rush it.
No, I don't want to rush it.
I know you're not.
Enjoy it.
But you and I'm taking my time to get there. But you just finished your term as the chair of the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
What was that year like?
Exciting. We were coming right out of COVID, like your chamber experienced. And for me, it was really trying to get us engaged and ensuring that we had increase in number of memberships, but also making sure that we had programs that address, the community needs. One, in terms of business, Black businesses, small business. And so it was great. I mean, we had a good time. When I say good time, we increased membership. And I will tell you, Eric, that when I left my chairmanship, we had the largest surplus in the history of any chairman.
Oh, wow.
So I was excited about that because, it's always a challenge.
Yeah.
It's always a challenge. But there are programs that we started that I think are great that I want to make sure we continue, because it is about serving the business community and having it grow. Without a thriving economic business community, our community doesn't survive.
Absolutely.
So,
and you speak about that, and I was saying I'm going to work my way towards it. So here we are. We're going to open the door,
okay.
serve the plate. Career Source South Florida. A lot of people probably have never heard of Career Source South Florida, but the what you bring to the table, as I said, that meal that you serve each and every day to our community, providing support, providing technical assistance, providing. I'm going to let you tell what it is that you provide each and every day.
You know, Eric, most folks probably remember us as South Florida Workforce.
Okay.
Everybody knew us as South Florida Workforce, and that had been the name for, synonymous for years.
Right.
We changed it in 2014 under the umbrella of Career Source Florida, which is a state organization where we get our funding from. And so our main role really here is to help the business community, to help job seekers find work. And so, the only customer, and this is where some folks may get upset with me, the only customer that we serve really is the business community. Now, the job seeker is our product.
Right.
And so most folks, you can't call people product. No, because you give the impression that it doesn't have value. And human life, human capital has value. And so our role as a board is to make investments to reskill, retool, retrain folks so they become more marketable. Their skill sets become marketable to the business community, to those your members,
right,
of finding talent. And so that's what we do. COVID had some challenges for us, for everyone, but more importantly for us and how we responded. And so we changed some of our programs, because most folks know us that we have 14 career centers in Dade County, Dade and Monroe County, because we cover all the way down to the Keys. We have youth programs that we've always funded, but we changed those up a little bit. And so, as you know, we had our rapid response, our layoff aversion program, work in contract with chambers like yourself to help businesses stay afloat, to get them connected to resources, something we hadn't done before. And we're continuing that process. We had a layoff aversion fund that gave grants up to $10,000. Again, hadn't done that before, for families. And as you know, the unemployment system just crashed.
Right.
Okay. Couldn't get access. The people that we serve in this community and statewide couldn't get access to unemployment benefits. And so some folks didn't know this, that we printed out about 2 million paper applications, worked in partnership at that time with Mayor Jimenez at the library system. So every night applications were being dropped off either at the library or our career centers. And every night we're overnighting between 50 to 60 boxes of applications every night so that people can get their unemployment system, the benefits. Not a lot of folks didn't know that. But I was proud of my staff, because we're not talking about just getting off at 5 or 6.
Right.
I'm getting a text message at 10, 11, 12, midnight saying, Mr. Beasley, we dropped off 70 today. We dropped off 50 today, so that people can have access to unemployment benefits. The other piece that I'm excited about that we did was a program called Operation Impact.
Okay.
And what we did there was to register, job seekers. And it's about 650 families that we engaged. And we gave them up to, let me back up. We helped them find a job, or we helped them get reconnected to training. And by doing so, and we had them eligible, we gave them up to $1,000 of benefits. We would pay their bills up to $1,000. Again, a lot of folks didn't know that, but those are some of the services and programs we operated during COVID.
Right.
Now that we're back, number of programs we have, our scholarships. This is, the 17th year since I've been here, but we awarded $1.4 million in scholarships to organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters, Take Stock in Children, 5,000 Role Models, Mexican American Council. There's a number of organizations that we work with. And we awarded 275 scholarships, 75 2+2, and then 200 2-year scholarships. So really, for us, impact. So over the 17 years, we probably have awarded close to $25 to $30 million in scholarships.
Wow.
Again, folks wouldn't know that. But again, we're not trying to.
Yeah, you're not out there, banging the horn, or
getting people jobs. That's the key. And we can be much better. And so we're trying to be much better at what we do. Yeah.
You talk about jobs and the fact that, that's what you do. And talk about the OJT, and also talk about the benefit that you provide to employers for coming through your system.
Well, again, as I mentioned before, the employer community is our only customer that we serve. I always say it this way, that if you, Eric, I put you in training to be a widget maker, and there's no widget manufacturer, I've wasted tax dollars. And so our role is to really work with employers. I mean, we have programs like on-the-job training, customized training that, again, we provide an investment to that employer to find talent to offset their labor costs to do so. So I'm excited. I hope folks get a chance to participate. Those businesses that you serve, reach out to our office. We're really launching apprenticeship programs like no other. We have about 20 some odd apprenticeship programs that we have that range from auto mechanic to, really to teacher assistants.
But I'm not going to let you skirt by that.
No, but I'm trying to get to that.
Yeah,
point.
So
really with the apprenticeship piece and on-the-job training, I'm covering the wages.
Right.
Okay. So let's say you hired, you designed an apprenticeship program or even just OJT. You come to me, recruit, and say, hey, Rick, I need help. We find individuals that are qualified for just a basic on-the-job training. I'll give up to 75% of the salaries.
Wow.
For up to a period of 6 months.
75%.
75%. But depending on the skill set. Okay,
Right.
I like to put that out there.
Right.
And so that's just a regular on-the-job training. And again, that's up to 6 months. All right, up to. But the reason I'm pushing apprenticeship programs, the law says that I can cover the length in terms of OJT for the length of that apprenticeship piece. So why am I pushing for employers to do so? Because now, and what we've been doing on average is about 40% of the wages for a year.
Wow.
Okay, for a year. So being automotive, we have a graduation. We launched an apprenticeship program with them in partnership with our good friend, Beacon Council with Mike Finney.
Right.
Our good friend, Madeline Pomerega for the college here. That's one of a college that we're on.
Absolutely.
They did the training. They're the sponsor of the program. So being automotive that has a Lexus and Toyota dealership, they launched an apprenticeship piece, 15 apprentice. We funded up to a tune about $115,000. Okay, covering the labor costs. All right. So it's a win-win. So they graduate September 16th in a couple weeks. So we're coming back. They actually came back to my board and asked for an additional 25 apprentice. So we're going to award them $215,000 of resources to offset the labor costs for a year. Now, you tell me what small business wouldn't want that to help.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And that's what we do.
Wow. And then when you talk about those apprentices, OJT, et cetera, what kind of money, when you're talking about automotive, what kind of money salaries are they coming out with?
So this one, I think they're finishing about $15 to $16 an hour.
Okay.
Okay. I think they get 6 of the 8 ASEs, which is Automotive Service Excellence certifications. 6 out of the 8, which means if they got the additional 2, they're master mechanics. So some of them actually can work there for several years, then go start their own business. But some of these guys have the hustle on the side business, can fix cars on the side. But that is the beginning of starting their own business.
Exactly.
And so the OJT really helps that employer, whether it's through an apprenticeship piece or just basic on-the-job training. That small employer, it's a win-win for them. So to some of your members who are bidding on projects, have them come see me before.
Right.
Okay. Have them come see me before they make the bid. And here's why. If we're able to sit down and discuss their labor costs prior to them submitting the bid, we can negotiate in terms of what we can cover for labor costs. By doing so, I'm able to offset that labor cost. They reduce that off their bid proposal. It puts the proposal in a much winnable position than others.
Right.
Okay. So it's a win-win. And in most cases for these transportation projects, you have to have a community benefits package, hence the apprenticeship program.
There you go.
Win-win. So I'm not only helping that business, but I'm helping the community be able to get folks in that community hired through our programs. Then the company benefits, the community benefits, you're raising, incomes for a family, it offsets. So it's a win-win for everybody. So
I know you mentioned layoff aversion program.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to that for a little bit. Obviously, a lot of businesses in our community missed out on PPP. and or EIDL, et cetera.
Right.
And then you come in to do what you're doing with that layoff aversion program. Talk about that a little bit.
The layoff aversion program was designed to help those businesses and to be able to avert a layoff, to keep people working, particularly during COVID, in the height of it. You know, employers were laying people off if they didn't have access to the PPP. So our goal was, you know, keep them working. I will reimburse you up to 10 grand based on the size of the company to keep, you know, your doors open.
Right.
And so, for an example, restaurants in Coral Gables, you know, back then they wouldn't allow you to have the restaurant to extend outside.
Right.
And so Coral Gables, you know, release, you know, or eased up on that ordinance, allow them to increase.
Because you can have dining 100% outside.
Exactly. Right. And so if they bought carpet, if they bought the fence, because some of them got real creative in buying it, we reimburse you the cost up to $10,000 on what you did. So it was a way of keeping those waitresses, those cooks working. Something different.
It's creative.
Yeah, we were the only workforce board in the state of Florida to do so. We work with the U.S. Department of Labor as well as the state workforce board to design it and come up with it. Now, at least puts us in position so if we have a major layoff, again, projecting to have a recession, we at least have that in our toolkit to be able to launch it again. But I would share with you, because of that program, it allowed us to continue funding chambers like yourselves to continue to provide services to those employers, because what we did see, and why some of them didn't probably take access or get the PPP, because they didn't have their backroom operations in order.
Talk about it all the time.
Yeah, and so this is where, again, we continue to fund it on this side to be more proactive to avert the layoff without even the grant funds. Working with chambers like yourself, the Beacon Council, Chemical, you guys on the forefront of making sure these small businesses are intact. Do you have all your paperwork? Do you have all the documents you require to submit in terms of payroll? Those items become important. So if there's another program that allows those businesses to get access to resources, they're in shape.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. So
and I'm sure there's a lot more underneath there too. You just
I'm skimming the top. I'm just skimming the top. But you know, it's chambers like yourselves. And so again, I know, and Eric's not paying me to say this, but you hear me say it all the time. A small business really truly needs to be a member of a chamber.
Absolutely.
Our Black businesses need to be engaged with our Black Chamber of Commerce as well as others. But here, they have the resources and the tools. And I will share with you all, if you're joining the chamber just to get a contract, that's not the purpose. Joining the chamber allows you to, one, network and build relationships with other businesses that sometimes it may even provide an opportunity to have a joint venture, to bid on projects together.
Absolutely.
But also for me, the importance of a chamber is that it builds a community. And so by doing so, members take an active role of helping build the Black business.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I always say, you know, when businesses grow, the community grows.
Exactly.
When Black businesses grow, the Black community grows.
Exactly.
You know, this has been a quick minute with Rick Beasley. We're going to have to do this again.
I appreciate it.
But, you know, if someone wants to learn more about Career Source South Florida, how can they get in touch?
Look, go to our website, which is www.careersource, that's all one word, www.careersource, S as in Sam, F as in Frank, L as in Larry.com. There they can have access to all the programs that we operate, particularly for the job seeker as well as employer. Or they can call our telephone numbers 305-929-1501. Okay.
Okay. And if you want to know more about the Miami-Dade Chamber, go to www.m-dcc.org or call the chamber at 305-751-8648. Man, Rick, this great information. We really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, brother. What you do.
Absolutely.
Really.
Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-8648.